Hi and welcome to the first episode of Infinite Candor. So today I wanted to talk about awareness and especially being aware of your own actions. So on Sunday it was International Women's Day, and that kind of made me realise that I need to be more honest and open with my actions and be aware of what I do, especially with what I do being in the public eye all the time. And I think as I'm getting older and I'm doing more self-development, I'm starting to notice and be aware of my actions a lot more. And I decided it wasn't fair to keep on going on like I was. Not that I was doing anything particularly bad, but I was letting my personal and business issues get in the way of how I was then representing myself to all the members and obviously people coming in. And that's not what I want. I want to create a space where people feel welcome. And if I'm not doing that, then I'm completely losing track and sight of what I'm trying to achieve. So what I'm going to do is kind of read the email that I sent out to everybody and then give some context to that email. So I just started off with, I find with each passing day I become more and more aware of my own actions. With today being such a significant day for women, I want to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to each and every one of you. I feel as a woman I almost have something to prove. I've always been like this. Whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing is up to you to decide. Working hard is just in my blood and failure is not in my vocabulary. You may find me abrupt in what I do, but it has got me this far today. For me, every day is a new day for me to work on myself. I have self-development books coming out my ears. I listen to the best people in the world via podcasts, and I constantly want to better myself to give you the most amazing studio experience ever. Recently, I feel like I've lost my way. The universe certainly wants to test me. Since opening the studio, I think I've had some of the hardest issues to deal with. I was very naive to think that all I wanted to do was open a studio and give you guys something somewhere amazing to come. Oh, how wrong I was. I'm a businesswoman, Pilates instructor, personal trainer, manager, cleaner, receptionist, counsellor, to name a few. With each of these I have to put a different hat on, and it can be hard at times to remember which one I need on my head. As a woman I am fighting to prove I can do this. As a woman I am fighting to prove that there is more out there for all of us. I have let my feelings on too many occasions control how I react. As the face of a growing business, it is important to me that you get the best experience possible. As a woman, I want other women to feel that they can look up to me. Let's face it, it's hard being a woman. But we can make it easy or as hard as we want it to be. Today is the opportunity to say, I am sorry. We cannot be controlled by our feelings and emotions. The more they control us, the more we react to a situation the wrong way, and we can portray it in a way we don't want. Life is full of challenges, and we must lift each other up and support each other along the way. Thank you for being a part of what I am creating. It means more than to me than you realise. Empowering women to see themselves as strong is all I want. No matter the age, colour of skin or religion, we are all capable of great things. So from that, I wanted to be really open and honest with people, and obviously show a bit of a vulnerable side. I think too often we kind of hide behind this closed door, trying to be this perfect image and kind of this probably fake image to kind of make people like us. And I've personally never been like that, and it may have helped me in some ways, but I think of late I am aware that it's potentially not helped me in some ways. And I think this is important for people to realise and hopefully learn, grow from something like this. I think we too often put way too much pressure on ourselves, and like I said, as women we think that we have to prove ourselves, and we shouldn't have to do that. We should all be created equal, and that is the whole point of International Women's Day. It's about creating that equal opportunities and making sure everybody's the same. I say this about people who are actors and actresses and famous footballers. Everybody is the same. Just because they make more money and are in the limelight all the time doesn't make them any better than anybody else. everybody should be at this level. There should never be anybody up here and anybody down here. Everybody is exactly the same. And if we're looking at it like that, just taken away from International Women's Day, if we just look at it like that, then everybody should be equal anyway. But still we have this lower class, upper class system, which is completely unfair. Just because they make more money doesn't make them any better than anybody else. And in some circumstances, people who do have more money are actually freaking miserable and they don't enjoy life. Whereas somebody who's down here and has nothing could enjoy their lives much more. So I think we need to remember that, don't put so much pressure on yourself to be so amazing and, try and please everybody, because at the end of the day, you're only going to make yourself feel worse and worse and worse. And I think it's important to step away from that and realize there's much more to life than just being, trying to show everybody what you can do and prove to people that you can do something that somebody else can't. So I think it's important from my perspective for people to realise that we are all able and have the opportunity to do so much more with our lives than people realise. So from that, I kind of wanted to, and I hope they don't mind, I won't obviously name names, kind of then give you a little bit of a context of how me being vulnerable and being very open and honest to members has kind of made them feel, and what I kind of got back from them, which was really nice to hear, because I think from my perspective, yes, I sent out an email, I didn't want necessarily anything back in return, but to know that me being open and honest with my words has helped people to be a little bit more vulnerable in themselves and share their feelings with me has it's made me want to try and do something like this for you guys. So just from one of the girls, she says, so one of the girls just said, I'm struggling to find my way at the minute due to life and its challenges, but more due to the expectations of me and my body when it comes to having children. I'm hugely ambitious and driven, but because I need maternity leave and a secure job to pay the bills at the moment, I feel trapped and can't move forwards with what I want in life. And this is the circumstances for a lot of people, and it's really unfortunate and sad to hear these types of things, because we shouldn't feel like we're trapped. As women, we are expected to now go to work, have kids, get married, and all by a certain date and time, and there's all these expectations, and I kind of want to throw that out the window and be like, well, why should we? Why should we be married by a certain age, have kids by a certain age, and have our life all planned out for us? I'm 33 now, and I have no intentions of either getting married, having kids. I have 2 kids. I've got a horse and dog. They're enough. Yes, I would love to be in a relationship, but I'm not putting all my energies towards that because I don't think that is healthy. So I think it's really, really important for as women that we make sure that we realise that there's more to life than just all of that. And putting yourself first is by far the biggest priority. Another one of the ladies wrote a very nice card to me, and she just basically wanted to say, so it's not an easy thing to lay out your hopes and dreams to the scrutiny of others, but by doing so you are a powerful message that it is okay to be vulnerable. Understanding and acknowledging our flaws and weaknesses help us grow into more rounded, emotional, intelligent people, better equipped to help others reach their potential. So being vulnerable and being open and being honest is not a bad thing, and I think we should take that and use that in all aspects of our life. It's not just a case of being open to yourself, it's being open and honest to others as well. So hopefully from this message you can take something from it, and I will be doing more regular episodes and bringing them to you on a weekly basis to kind of delve into topics and areas that people are potentially too scared to talk about, or people talk about and tell you the wrong things. So hopefully you've got something from today, and maybe even just a message from my email, has picked something that may just help to kind of get you on the right path. So I shall speak to you soon. So just make sure to look out for my next episode. I'm unsure as what topic I will be talking about, but make sure to keep an eye out on either the YouTube channel. I will be putting these on the Instagram and Facebook, potentially, depends. Facebook doesn't really like long videos, but they will be out and about, so keep an eye out.